Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Trinidad Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 3 of my Tampa Bay Devil Rays OOTP series, my 98 Tampa Bay Devil Rays OOTP series here on Out of the Park Baseball 16. And as you can see, season score of 1 out of 100 after a 62-100 season. I think we had the third worst record in the league. We finished in last place in the AL East, none of which was unexpected. Let's see, I don't even know who won the World Series. Let's find out for ourselves. San Diego over the Yankees. So, in 98 in real life, I think it was New York over San Diego. When this time around, it was the other way around. So, the Yankees' little era of dominance halted right here, it looks like. So, pretty cool stuff right there. Wade Boggs, option vest. Let's see, how many hits away is he from 3,000? He had 166 this year. So, for his career, he's got 2,966. So, he needs 34 more. So, he should be able to get that next year, assuming he doesn't get hurt. And let's see. Yeah, alright, I don't really care about the goals. New budget. $40 million this year. We got $32.5 to spend on payroll. Good. And alright, other than that, anyone we know here get fired? Jerry Manuel got fired. Art Howe got fired. And Dusty Baker got fired. Wow, alright. So, let's start up the offseason. We can take a look at how the team did this year. So, as you know, was to be expected, playing in the steroid era, our offense was definitely a lot better than our pitching, although both were pretty horrible. As you can see, 687 runs scored, that was good for 13th, but total ERA, or I don't even know, what was our team ERA? It was got to be, let's see, 5.07, so, franchise record, but still, yeah, not good, as you can see. So, let's see, we were, I did have a number one starter, don't worry. Didn't just like skip those starts. I just DFA'd the guy quickly. It was Dennis Springer to finish off the year because Stanley Hawk got hurt, as you saw here. But yeah, as for the lineup, so we got good performances out of a few different guys. Bobby Smith, who might win Rookie of the Year. He had a really good rookie season, 4.8 wins above replacement. Wade Boggs was alright. Miguel Cairo was okay. Aaron Ledesma had a really good year. Quinton McCracken ended up having a pretty solid year. Wait, oh yeah, we are looking at batting stats to be perfect. We can even sort by WAR if we want here. Yeah, Randy Wynn, pretty solid year. So, other than that, look at that, we only had, what, 6 position players with positive WARs that were not either negative or 0. We did claim Raul Ibanez off of waivers, though, which is pretty cool. So, hopefully we have a nice little left-handed hitting outfield bat for the next couple of years here. So I liked that pickup. And then as for the pitching really was pretty horrible. Jim Messer actually had a pretty solid year, 3.97 ERA to the bullpen. I'll take that. But everyone else pretty much sucked. There really isn't really much else to it. So this offseason, any kind of improvements we can make, we would like to make. But it's still really more about asset collection and trying to build for the future. So I decided not to bring back any of my coaching staff or my assistant GM or anything because these guys were all horrible. I figured I could find better replacements. So assistant GM, pitching coach, and hitting coach is what we need to fill out. So let's go to team staff. Alright, so let's look at, well, we don't really, okay, we could go with a number of guys for the role of assistant GM. Who is this guy? What does DO mean? Oh, trainer? Team trainer, okay. Makes sense. Oh, doctor, okay. I got it. Alright, so let's get a young guy for assistant GM. A couple young coaches there. Don't really want to hire the doctor. We could go with Jody Anderson's 45. Keith Carlson's 42. Because ideally we could try and build this guy up and then have him be a part of our team for a long time, ideally. So let's go with Keith Carlson because he's got the least amount of experience. So we're going to offer him the role of assistant GM, 5 years. Oh, I don't really know if I want to give him 5 years, but that's all right. And then we need a hitting coach. We'll go with John Evans. Cool beans. And we need a pitching coach as well. Any good guys? All right, some decent ones. We'll go with Bob Walker. Let's go with... Actually, we'll go with John Long because he's got a neutral pitching focus. Alright, so that's done. Let's take a look at salary arbitration. We got a bunch of guys here to mess with. So all these free agents, I don't know if I'm going to bring any of them back. Scott Aldred, maybe he had a pretty solid year out of the bullpen for us, so I might bring him back. But Wilson Alvarez, I'll probably let go. Minor league free agents, I don't really care to bring back these 2 catchers. I mean, maybe we could bring back these 2 catchers, but I don't know. I mean, I think I'd rather just see if I can find a better option there. But we'll bring back Scott Aldred. Let's do 2 years and $300,000 apiece. Oops, not bad. All right, 315. What's 3 years? I don't really want to give him 3 years, but we can up this maybe. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go 325. All right, so there we go. We'll get Aldred back. He's very unhappy, but whatever. Alex Ochoa, so this is the guy we got off of waivers. We definitely want to bring him back. We'll give him... Actually, I'm just going to copy and paste this because I already know this is the pretty much the default for what I'm going to pay most of these guys. $220,000. Can I have no idea if it's going to let me copy and paste that. We'll find out. All right, Ochoa. Mike Kelly will bring back. He actually wants a little bit more than 220. He's looking for 390. Sure thing. Quentin McCracken, we definitely want to bring back. He's going to be our everyday center fielder next year. I mean, I'm trying to think here. So if we got Wynn and left, we want McCracken in center. We really only need... All right, we'll bring back both those guys because they're right-handed bats. We can throw in Ibanez as a left-handed bat, and that'll probably comprise our outfield next year. Oh, it does let me copy and paste. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely bring Kyra back. Tim Laker. Just because he's organizational depth. Why not? 220. Terrell Wade. Wow, he had a horrible year. Was he hurt? I don't know if he got hurt, but he's only 25. So we'll bring him back. 220. Sal Sally we'll bring back. I mean, I think we're pretty much just going to bring back all these guys, but Jim Mercer we definitely want to bring back. He's got 3 years of team control left, I think. And like I said, relievers don't have a lot of value in this game, so it's unlikely that we're really going to try and trade for him, or we're going to try and trade him, I should say. Albie Lopez, though, I'll bring back 260,000. Ron Kendrick, sure. 260 as well. And Brian Recker, bring back for 220. Come on now. There we go. Alright, so that is that. I'm going to skip ahead now. Since we don't really have any, like, salary we need to unload, I don't really have to worry about making trades now. The only thing actually I'm thinking is let's go to our front office and just double check this. So, alright, Alvarez. We still have Paul Sorrento we could try and move. He is probably not going to be movable, but if I can't trade him, I might just release the guy because he hates playing on the Devil Rays, and he's garbage, and he makes way too much money. He's from Somerville, though, which is pretty cool, I guess. But let's see what the trade market for Sorrento is. Alright, we got one offer, 35-year-old Lance Johnson, who, yep, makes even more than Sorrento and has more years left on his contract. Although was actually a productive player last year. I don't know how Chicago poached him off to Florida after Florida had that dumpster fire of a fire sale or whatever. And then added Lance Johnson. And Florida had the worst record in the league by like 10 games this year. They were literally god-awful. Let's see. Standings. 56 wins. Oh, by the way, we are going to have the number 3 overall pick whenever the draft comes up here. So that is something to look forward to. So we've got the first year player draft coming up in just a day here. It is set for November 1st. But first, I might be pulling off a trade here. I'm not sure just yet. Paul Konerko of the Dodgers minor league system here just won MVP in the league he played in AAA. I saw his name pop up in my message box, clicked on his player card. He's got pretty good ratings here, and, you know, he just had a good year in AAA. And he really would not cost that much to trade for, so I'm thinking I might try and trade for Paul Konerko here. I know he can play left field and first base in this game. I'd probably slot him in as our first baseman next year. And we would only have to give up a guy like Joe Harris, maybe, who's really just a defense and a speed guy. I don't want to give up Cairo, Winter, Saunders, but I definitely give up Joe Harris for him. As you can see, yeah, he's never going to hit. He's very fast, though, but you can find these guys everywhere in this game. I really wouldn't worry about it that much. So I think I'm going to pick up Paul Konerko here. Could pick up Adrian Beltre as well. No, I'm just playing with you. Beltre, beast. But alright, so we'll get Paul Konerko. He will be our everyday first baseman next year. Of course, Konerko, you know, pretty much many people forget he did. I think he came up with LA and maybe played for Cincinnati at one point too, I want to say. I don't remember off the top of my head. He definitely didn't. He wasn't drafted by the White Sox or anything. But so anyway, that is that. So we pick up Paul Konerko, which is pretty cool. And now we get the first year player draft. So hopefully we can pick up another good player here. I already deleted the message with the draft pool announcement, but here's a quick look at it. So some good names here: Joe Nathan, Mark Quinn, Tim Hudson, Carlos Lee, Freddie Garcia, Melvin Mora, Alfonso Soriano. So we're definitely going to have a handful of options to pick and choose from here. Looks like we could definitely get, at the very least, a really good starter. Like an AJ Burnett, or if we're lucky, like a Tim Hudson or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I hope Hudson falls to us. I think we're picking third. Yes, we are. Alright, so let's continue draft, and we'll see who gets picked 1 and 2 here. Let's look at the draft log. It was Lance Berkman and AJ Burnett. Alright, so... Ooh, Berkman, yeah. I can see why he went number 1. This guy, he's going to immediately enter the league and be a beast. And then Burnett, number 2. Looks like he's going to be very good as well. He went to... Of course, Florida passes on their chance to take Berkman, and then the A's pass on their chance to... Or, I mean, Florida passes on their chance to take Burnett. Oakland passes on their chance to take Hudson. So, alright, we've got plenty of options. Here we go with Rick Ankiel. Oh my god, look at Rick Ankiel. He's got no control, though. I'm kind of concerned about that, but, alright, I guess we can just keep sorting by potential here. Byung Kim. Oh, whoa. Oh, he's doesn't have stamina, though. Man, if this guy had stamina, oh my god, he would be the best pitcher in this game, maybe. Holy smokes. Damn it. Alright, what about Chris Benson? We should probably just go through the entire list here. Are we? Yeah, we are looking at both position players and pitchers here. So here's our boy Tim Hudson, who would be a very good pickup, I think. Freddie Garcia as well. Oh, I don't think he's going to be quite as good as Hudson. Gagne, Dotel, these guys. I think they're projected to be starters. Yeah, not Dotel. He doesn't have the stamina to do it. Buddy Carlisle, bullpen guy. Alright, so we have an interesting choice here. Man, I'm so tempted to go with Byung Kim anyway. If he falls to like the second round, I'll probably take him. But what about position players? Because there are some good position players available. Well, we should do our due diligence and be looking at all these guys, just in case you don't want to pass up on any studs, you know. Wade Miller, one-time Red Sox. Gilmesh, Melvin Mora. So Soriano down here. Yeah, here's Soriano. Might be decent. Jeff Weaver, Scott Williamson, Tony Armas. Alright, so I think I'm going to go with Tim Hudson. It's either Hudson or Kim for me, and I think it's got to be Hudson. I just don't... I mean, I'd love to get Kim. He's got phenomenal ratings, but his stamina... And it doesn't look like he really ever projects to be a major league starter, so... Alright, we'll go with Tim Hudson with the number 3 overall pick. Our first ever draft pick under this... I actually should just say our first ever draft pick as an organization. So there you go. Tim Hudson, now a member of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Ooh, Kim did fall to the second round, but there are still there are way better options. Like, I go with Rick Ankiel, who's pretty much got it down except for his control. I mean, I'd be drafting 2 guys so I can immediately throw in my rotation next year, which would be very nice. Although clearly the game is down on Ankiel because he's the only, it's one of the only like real starting caliber pitchers that are 4.5 star, 5-star potential that are left. But let's look at position players, because if I go with a pitcher, it's going to be Ankiel or Kim. But if there's a good position player out there like Jeff Blum, 25 years old already, or Terrence Long, 22-year-old center fielder. Ooh, I kind of like Long. We do have a lot of outfielders as it is. Long. I'm going to go with Long here, I think. We'll get Terrence Long, even though he's kind of a similar player to Randy Wynn. Still, I think it's pretty much our only chance to get a... Yeah, it was definitely going to be our only chance to get a good position player in this draft. Let's go back to pitchers. So Kim and Ankiel are gone now. But we could still get... Are all these guys projected to be? Yeah, they're all strictly bullpen. Scott Williamson's got good ratings, though. He wouldn't be a bad bullpen piece to add. Pretty much all these pitchers are strictly bullpen now. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I might go with Scott. Oh, here's Ramon Ortiz. That could be a half-decent starter. He's 25, though. Armando Alamanza. Alright, so let's go with Williamson then. We'll get a nice reliever in the 3rd round here. And I think I might auto-draft the rest of this. Moda. What about position players? Oh yeah, everything that's good is gone. So alright, let's just complete the draft. We'll see who gets auto-picked for us. Let's see who went behind Hudson. Mark Quinn, Rubiel Durazo, Dave Roberts, Gilmesh, Vernon Wells, Melvin Moore, Alfonso Soriano. Carlos Lee would have been a nice pickup. Nathan. When did Kim and Ankiel get picked? So Ankiel went 15th in the 2nd round. Kim went right after Terrence Locke, so he was just about to get picked. So, alright. Let's negotiate with draftees, though. Apparently there's only 5 rounds. Alrighty then. Or maybe the other guys are already all signed or something. I don't know. Whatever. JC Romero and Bo Porter, though. Bo Porter, the manager. Wow. So Bo Porter, the manager of the Astros, who actually managed the Astros to the World Series in my Astros OOTP from last season, or from last year. And then JC Romero is a nice little reliever here, so. And a lefty. Not a bad draft. Alright, so. Now I'm going to cut out here. We'll skip ahead towards free agency and stuff like that. And if I win any awards, I'll let you know. Alright, so we are at the beginning of free agency here. We did not win any awards, but we did come in 2nd place in the Rookie of the Year voting with our man Bobby Smith. Of course, David Ortiz had to beat him out, but I can't really complain too much. So, alright, cool stuff there. Yeah, there's Smith. So he'll be our everyday 3rd baseman again next season. Give him a chance to repeat his performance. I'm curious, how high was his BABIP? 389. Alright, so he's definitely not going to hit 298 again. In fact, if his value is any high right now, I would love to trade him because it's never going to be higher. He's never BABIPing 389 again. Oh, we might actually be able to get a good player out of him. Ooh, Charlie Reed. Ben Carter. Ooh, yeah, there's some good offers here. I might actually have to consider one of these. What about Charlie Reed? 19 though. Jason Varitek would be nice. He was actually on trade. Oh, he got traded. Yeah, he was on trade waivers at the end of the year, and he got traded to the Indians. Look at that. So we could pick him up, bring him back to the AL East. Daniel Wilson, I assume this guy. Ooh, he might be a starter. Ooh, this might be the guy, because he looks like he could be a starter, and a good one at that. I'm thinking this is the guy, Daniel Wilson. But I'm wondering if I can get him for less than Bobby Smith. Probably not. Oh, yeah. Alright, so the question is, do I want to trade? Am I doubling down on my... I mean, come on, even somebody who isn't into analytics. Come on, 389 BABIP, that's not sustainable. Struck out, yeah, 26.3 K rate. 171 Ks. Did the homer 21 times, though. He didn't ISO a ton, though. I mean, if his batting average drops, his value is gonna really dip. I don't know, though. It's a very tough decision. Daniel Wilson. Or can I go back to the... Yeah, okay, let's go back here. Wilson, Varitek. Maybe again a both. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. With Cleveland. Alright, yeah, so let's go to Cleveland. Wilson. And I'm demanding Varitek in this too. I'm going to play hardball. Because it's not like I have a lack of leverage. Oh yeah, and we can give up Anthony Hines. I just DFA'd this guy. Alright, so we'll give up Anthony Hines and Bobby Smith for Daniel Wilson and Jason Varitek. I assume that you're still going to want Smith. Yeah, okay. Just thought I'd double check. Alright, so I'll pick up 2 more pretty solid players there. Another guy we can slot into our rotation, and a guy we can slot in as our starting catcher next year, which will be nice. Alright, so Wilson will throw on the active roster, as well as Veritackle. I think we might have to make room in the 40-man. Nope, okay. So, cool stuff there. And let's take a look at the free agents. Oh, I guess can't look till tomorrow. Oh, no, just go to offseason. What am I doing? How dumb am I? Alright, so I don't think we have any money to play with here. But apparently the Red Sox did not re-sign Pedro Martinez. Oh, we do have a lot of money for free agents. Alright, so I mean, if we could try and make the right kind of move here. Maybe the right move is Pedro. I mean, I might just... See, we can't give up our draft pick, is the thing. That draft pick is going to be more valuable to us than any free agent signing, especially when you consider the opportunity cost. So... What about Jeff Kent, though? He doesn't look like he's... Oh, no, he's type A. I'm trying to think. The type A... I gotta look it up. Alright, so because of the old rules, I did have to refresh myself. And, reminded myself that, yeah, type A free agents, so we would lose our draft pick if we signed a type A free agent. So, might be avoiding those, because that draft pick, like I said, is going to be much more valuable to us than trying to sign anybody right now. Man, he's only 26, though. Damn, that would be very nice. See, the thing is, I mean, if you want to make a free agent signing, it's got to be, especially early on in your rebuild, it's got to be the right kind of guy. I mean, you can't go after a 35-year-old Mark McGwire. That's investing too many assets into a guy who, like, guaranteed is not going to be around when you guys are good. But Manny Ramirez is only 26. I mean, he'll be, 32 in 6 years. I mean, if we signed him now, gave him, like, a 6-year contract, then chances are he'd be good when we got good. But, then we'd be losing out on a draft pick, so it really would not be the best idea, I don't think. Greg Vaughn, though, I think he's somebody who the Devil Rays signed in real life. Maybe not this offseason, but at some point. Pretty sure he played for the Rays, and the Devil Rays. Alright, so instead of, really trying to make a big splash, I think I'm pretty content with sucking again next year. So let's just figure out what we need to fill out a roster here. We might need a backup catcher. We don't need a first baseman. We're going to have Konerko play there. Yes, perfect. Good there. We might need a third baseman. We're going to have Wynn in left, McCracken. Wynn's playing a really good left field these days. And then we're going to platoon Ibanez with someone else in right. Boggs can DH again. We could move Boggs back to third, but that'd be a bad idea, I think. So let's just let him DH. Then as for the pitching, we've got Hudson. We'll let Saunders start opening day, then Hudson. Then Wilson, Johnson, and Wrecker, I guess. Sure, why not? We still have Stanley Hawk as depth. So we could use some more bullpen arms, and we could use backup catcher and starting caliber third baseman. I don't think... Oh, we also have Terrence Long. I forgot about him. Okay. So maybe... Alright, well, we'll probably have a Long up here, along with one of our right-handed bats. Either Kelly or Ochoa will be down in AAA next year. I'm just going to release Paul Sorrento. Alright, so we've got Long. Scott Williamson and Romero will add to the bullpen. So really it's about getting a third baseman. So let's, and I don't think I want to, I don't want to go out and invest a ton of assets into making a trade for a third baseman, because we're not at that stage yet. So, let's look at guys who can play third base, and guys who aren't going to cost us a first-round draft pick. Gary Gaddy's 40 years old, no compensation, coming off a pretty good year too, actually, from Washington. Scott Brocious with a green. Yeah, I mean, I imagine these guys are all type A's. Type B's down here. Jose Hernandez, 29. Bill Spears, type B. Ramon Pera. Alright, so I might go after Gary Gaetti then. The old guy. The olden. Or, I mean, if we wanted to play Terrence Long every day, we could try and trade Quentin McCracken for a third baseman. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. Because McCracken's coming off a solid season, but, Nothing to write home about, I would say. So, Ron Gant, Ben Carter, Travie Boyd. Get Jeff Blauser back. No thanks. Eric Karros, Reggie Jefferson. I really ain't getting offered. Nothing too good here. Nothing too special. Lance Johnson on the move. Wow. He somehow got offloaded again. Whatever. I don't really want to have... Yeah, okay, I don't want Karros. Kind of tempted to go after Ben Carter here, maybe. Another guy who looks like he could. But he's only an A-ball right now. That's the thing. So that's the difference between him and Daniel Wilson. We don't need Gant. Alright, so... let's sign Gary Gaetti then. Since it seems like that is our best available option, I would say. Go back to the top. I guess I got third baseman. Oh. Never mind. All free agents. Here we go. Oh my god, these loading screens take way too long. There we go. Jim Edmonds, a free agent. That's nice. I wish we were... this is a pretty nice free agent class. I kind of wish we were contenders. We could go after some of these guys. Alright, we'll just give him his demands. And then we also need a backup catcher. I'll go out of the organization for that. We can go with... oh, apparently this guy can catch. Terry Pierce. Batting stats. Or batting ratings. Yeah, barely. He can barely catch. Alright. So we could go with... I guess we could just bring back Carlos Hernandez. Veritek's a switch hitter. Probably bats better from the right side, though, I would think. Being a natural right-handed hitter. Or a natural right-handed thrower, I should say. So... it might be advantageous to get a lefty, but it doesn't really look like the market is going to provide one. So we'll just bring back Carlos Hernandez then. 1 year, $330,000. We'll save most of our money by doing this, and we'll skip ahead here. Alright, now we've got the Rule 5 draft here. I already guarantee we have no one worth saving here, unless maybe like Williamson or Long Romero are eligible for the Rule 5. We've got some 40-man room here. Let's go to the draft pool. I don't even know what our minor league teams are, to be honest. I'm going to have to take a look at that first. We've got Scottsdale, Oceanside, Pacific Grove, and Orlando. And Cherry Hill. Excuse me. And Cherry Hill. Sopoc. S-O-P-O-C. Okay. Scottsdale, Oceanside, Orlando, Pacific Grove, and Cherry Hill. Okay. Sopoc, Oceanside, and Orlando. So, oh man, this is a horrible Rule 5 draft class. Alrighty then, so we definitely don't have to protect anybody. Let's look at potential actually, because we're only looking at overall. Maybe that explains it. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Steve Brown, we got to protect. Oh, how did we get this guy? I forget. Oh, we traded for him, didn't we? Yes, we did. I want to call him up soon. I don't really think he's the type of guy that's going to get any better playing in the minor leagues. But alright, we'll add him. We'll add him nonetheless. Other than that, don't see anyone. Oceanside, Cipriano. We don't need to add him. Well, maybe we should. We will. Why not? That's another guy we traded for, didn't we? I don't remember. Alright, I think we're gonna be fine on everyone else though. Ooh, I already know who I'm picking. Oh baby, El Guapo? No way. Oh, I'm definitely picking El Guapo in the Rule 5 draft. It's not even debatable. Alright, skip ahead. Since there's pretty much no one actually worth taking here, except maybe Douglas Cox. Yeah, but not really. He throws 89 to 91. So, yeah, definitely not. He plays on the same team as Rich Garces, though. A.K.A. El Guapo. Actually, I could just search by team. He's on Atticus, so... be easier, I would think. Come on, now. Give me El Guapo. I hope he didn't get taken. Yes! Give me Gimme. I gotta get El Guapo on the team. Draft. There we go. Alright, complete draft. And I'm gonna cut out again. Wow, alright, I actually have to cut back in because this is some crazy free agents, crazy news in free agency. Like, okay, so the Red Sox are going to town right now. They signed Mark McGwire, and Jeff Kent to be their new right side of the infield. But then the Yankees counter by signing Barry freaking Bonds. Like, what? Apparently his ratings are already going down, though. And yeah, he had a horrible year in, well, not horrible year, but he had a down year in San Fran, for sure. So I can see why San Francisco didn't want him back. Barry Larkin's going to the Dodgers? What the hell? I didn't even know Barry Larkin was a free agent. Alrighty then. Juan Gonzalez going to the Cardinals, replacing McGwire, I guess. So that'd be a nice pickup as well. Gonzalez, hell of a player. But man, these are some crazy free agents. Alright, so on the same day, both Gary Gaetti and Carlos Hernandez signed. I'm just curious, when did Gaetti get called up? He's been playing since 1981. That's pretty crazy. Very cool, though. Alright, so we'll add him to the Rooster, as well as Carlos Hernandez. Yeah, we're really dedicated to winning Carlos, that's for sure. Alright, and yeah, so I've played a couple guys off waivers. No one really too special. I'll continue to do that throughout the offseason. There isn't really anyone big on the trade market that I really want to go after. I mean, I might take a look at the Red Sox, and, you know, since they just brought in McGwire and Kent, maybe might have some excess depth somewhere, but it doesn't really look like it's, yeah, I mean, maybe we can look at the Yankees too, but I would say we are probably unlikely to be pulling off any more trades this offseason. Got Mike Lolo, nice. And Barry Bonds, Chuck Blanc, yeah, so. Alright, oh, they got Jim Thome too, that's nice. Oh, we let them get their hands on prime Jim Thome. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is literally absurd. This is what I'm talking about. This is it could be hard to beat these teams. But alright, so I'll probably cut out here, and I'll come back probably right around the time season starts. Alright, so I'm actually back a little earlier than I had originally planned because we've got some options here with free agency. So it is January 31st, the preseason just started. A lot of these guys' demands have gone down. Now most of these guys are still type A free agents, but one guy I noticed that I think I definitely want to make a run at for a couple different reasons is Cliff Floyd. Now, first and foremost, no competition. That is the biggest thing. Second, he's 26. Third, he's got pretty good hitting ratings. So when I add up all these things, I'm doing the math in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably worth $2.6 million. And you're only looking for 1 year. I'll give him even more than that, I think. Let's do 3 years at 2.5. We'll use for all. Actually, we could probably even do... Could we even do 2 if we're giving him 3 years? Nope. Alright. He doesn't want a long-term deal, it looks like. So if he just wants 1 year, then maybe we'll just give him 1 year. I don't know. Kind of want to get him wrapped up. I'm gonna get him locked up though if I can. So maybe we'll do 2.5. Alright, it doesn't look like he wants a long-term deal, but I'll take a flyer on him 1 year. Fine. Why not? Worst case scenario, I get something for him at the end of the year. Maybe he becomes type A free agent. Maybe we trade him halfway through the year. I mean, it's not quite as straightforward and clear-cut as it is under the new free agency rules, but still. And then another guy I was looking at, and this would sort of be more out of pure hilarity than anything else, is Tony Gwynn, who is also looking for 3,000 hits, and it's probably the only reason he still wants to stick around, but the Padres don't want him back, apparently. He was not very good last year, apparently. But it'd be funny to have him and Wade Boggs in the team, I would think. So I'm kind of considering bringing him in just for the hell of it. But in all honesty, probably didn't really make sense. So we'll just skip out on that. But if Cliff Floyd, who I think played his final season in the big leagues with the guys, yeah, more waiver claims with the Devil Rays, with the Rays actually, I should say. Oh great, Jim Edmonds meeting with the Yankees. That's just what they need, another outfielder. Well, I can see the Red Sox just wrapped up or signed Raul Mondesi, so I guess the Yankees do have to counter some way. And Tony Gwynn signs with the Brewers. That is too bad. Alright, Cliff Floyd didn't take long. He signs on. So, now the question is, where are we going to put him? We definitely have a logjam of outfielders this year. I'm thinking maybe we do something with Boggs after he gets his 3,000th hit. Open up that DH spot for somebody. Because right now, you know, we still want to be playing McCracken. We want to try and play Terrence Long. We definitely want to be playing Randy Wynn, Raul Ibanez, and, you know, Floyd is also a lefty, so it's not like we can platoon him in Ibanez. So kind of a weird spot right now. We do have to make 40-man space. DFA Kerry Robinson. And add Cliff Floyd. But alright, there we go. Alright, so we are just at the end of spring training here. It's March 31st. We've got our 25-man roster set. You can take a look at what our pitching staff is going to look like. You can see, headed up by Tony Saunders, Tim Hudson, and Daniel Wilson are 3 young starters here. We're hoping can all be rotation pieces for the foreseeable future. We'll see, though. We've got Rich Garces, Scott Alder, JC Romero, Jesus Sanchez, Albie Lopez, Scott Williamson, and Jim Messier, whatever his name is. Alright, and as for the lineup, it looks like this. Ledesma, Boggs, Konerko, Ibanez, Veritek, Cairo, Randy Wynn, Gary Gaetti, and Quentin McCracken are rounding things out. Pretty standard stuff there. Now let's keep moving forward here. We'll get to opening day. We can take a look at the top prospects, preseason predictions, etc., excuse me. But alright, player development update, don't care. Looks like Manny Ramirez signed in Seattle. Nice. He got forearm tendonitis throwing the ball. That's great. Awesome, Manny. That is just awesome. But alright, anyway, this is another long loading screen. But, yeah, so I'll talk about the offseason here a little bit. I think we had a pretty good offseason. I like the pieces that we acquired. Veritek, Daniel Wilson, Terrence Long. I liked our draft getting Hudson and Terrence Long. I mean, those are 2 guys who I think are going to be, you know, starting players for us for the next 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. You know, Long isn't quite the... I think he's on the Major League roster, but he isn't gonna see a ton of playing time this season. But, you know, we didn't go out and make a ton of big moves. I mean, we certainly are gonna see sizable improvements in this year's team. We might win 70 games instead of 60 this year, maybe. But, you know, I think all in all, pretty good offseason, I would say, even though it's, you know, a slow one and maybe not one with a bunch of big splashy moves. Ooh, Pedro signing Cleveland. Nice. Alright, Anderson. Expectation is to stay reasonable in the field. Opening day. Top and under prospects. We do not have any of these. I don't know. Oh, Byung-Hyun Kim. He's a top and under prospect. Yeah, it would have been nice to have him. But he's a bullpen piece. He did go to the Diamondbacks, though, which is cool. And yeah, he is closing for them. So, cool stuff there. Let's look at preseason predictions. We are projected to win... Whoa! 82 games! Oh, so they think we're really going to be respectable this year. I'm not quite as hopeful. I think the Yankees are going to win more than 81 games. They won 106 last year. I don't think they're going to drop off 25 wins. So, we'll see about that. But anyway, oh my god, they have Manny and A-Rod in the same lineup now in Seattle, and they probably still have Ken Griffey as well. So that's pretty much just stupid. Matt Lawton, Eric Davis. Eric Davis still playing, Jesus. Mo Vaughn's in Seattle now. Oh, they have Mo Vaughn. Oh my god. Let's see the Seattle team. They do have Ken Griffey Jr. Do you see this lineup? Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Ken Griffey Jr. is batting 7th. What? Edgar Martinez, Mo Vaughn, A-Rod, Manny, Tony Fernandez, and Tim Raines Sr. Oh my god. And then they got Randy Johnson, who's already 35 apparently. I didn't realize he was this old already. But alright then. Jamie Moyer, Ralph Huffman. Alright, so their rotation's got some work to do with Timlin, good closer. Got BJ Ryan in the farm system as well as Kyle Farnsworth. Oh my god. They have Derek Bell hurt. Well, I can't imagine he's going to get playing time in that outfield. Maybe he plays right field or left field with Tim Raines. But whatever. That's a ridiculous team. How many games are they projected to win? 88. Okay. they're going to win a little bit more than that, I would think. Let's take a look at top prospects. See if Tampa Bay's got any top 100s this year. We've got Steve Brown coming in at number 21. That's not too bad, although he's 25 years old, so we'll see about that. And then as for pitching, maybe some of our relievers down here. Tim Hudson, Scott Williamson, and Theron Wilkins, who we got from Florida in that deal. Right, he's the relief pitching prospect we got. So, all right, cool stuff there. But all right, that is going to do it. So hope you guys did enjoy this offseason. Like I said, thought it was a pretty good one myself. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below, though. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.